Ugh. Everybody else is here. Shit. There we are. Well, it's 12:30 on the West Coast. Not much going on. Just driving. This is Arizona. If you haven't noticed, if you're able to zoom in on it, you would have seen some cacti. The only place in the world that grows cactuses like that, like you see in the cartoons. Hi, Kyle. Yeah, it's literally cooking down here. Well, I was at 100 degrees and I was 98, but it's not as blistering hot as it normally could be. I'm doing all right. I'm going to drive here to the border of California and then take US 95 north. I just, I'm like an hour west of Phoenix. This is Interstate 10 heading towards LA. I do not want to go anywhere near that area because of traffic. So that's why I'm going to go up US 95 towards Vegas and then cut over. I got to go to Modesto and deliver day after tomorrow. I got Daisy products. They're famous for their sour cream, which I can't stand either. Modesto is south of Sacramento on the 99. And then from there, I could go just about anywhere for the next load. I can go as far as Chico and get, and if that happens, Chico, I that's Sierra Nevada beer. That could end up going to North Carolina, Indianapolis, Indiana, or Seattle, Washington. I've done Sierra Nevada a bunch of times throughout the years, and usually when I get a load out of there, it usually went to those three places. It's Henderson, North Carolina. It's right by Asheville. Sour cream from the Daisy Company. Maybe if I show it to you, you recognize it. You recognize that? The Daisy Company? I know they make sour cream and some other dairy products, but I don't know what. But mostly sour cream, which is gross. Some thorn bushes. You have a ball in one of those, come out looking like a damn porcupine. 325 miles to LA, but I ain't going there. What's up? Would rather. Hold on a second. I got to take this call. There we go. Uh, that was my son calling me. I had to take that phone call. I think you got that job down the street at the local gas station, which is kind of cool. I had to tell them as long as they schedule you around football, that's all that's important. Two more boys quit, and I'm like, "What the hell are you guys doing?" Matthew Brewer, good kid, and Logan DeLong. No, we can't lose people like that on our football team. We're staring down the barrel of a state championship for the first time ever, and they want to quit? No, hell no. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. All right. You don't really know. Uh, this is all flat and straight for about 80 miles. You don't really know what you do. Dun, 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 dun. Can you hear me clearly, Sheer? Can you hear me clearly? Or am I faint? Or are you hearing me loud enough? I dropped the link right before you came in, I believe. You're
Hey,
at it,
Sean, how
Sheer.
you doing?
All right. Can you send my link to everybody we know, even if
Uh,
they're asleep?
yeah, okay. I'll try to send it. Okay, hold on. Wait, I'll use my other phone, okay?
All right.
To send it.
Yeah. You know, I really would like to know what was said in that phone call.
Okay. What kind of phone call are you? Ah, okay, now I knew it.
It only took you a second to think about it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I understand.
I have never seen her turn so red before from blushing.
Mm, okay.
Yeah, I'm headed to Modesto, California. It's south of Sacramento, which is in the middle of the state.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's many routes I can go, but I'm not going. I don't want to go anywhere near San Bernardino in LA because of the
Mm-hmm.
traffic. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to go to the California border. I'm still in Arizona. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna as soon as I cross the California border, I'm getting on US 95, take it
Mm-hmm.
towards Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Like Viva
Okay.
or Las Vegas. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
I remember picking on that Viagra commercial. They were singing that. Viva Viagra.
Yeah, hold on then. I'll try to look for your live. Wait, Sean.
Hmm. Yeah, Darren might be able to come. It's about like 4 o'clock at where we're there. Well, almost 4 o'clock where he's at. He's either off of work or close to getting off of work. Clock it where we're there.
Okay,
Well,
hold on. You mean this live or StreamYard? I'm going to
we
send.
send both to Darren.
Okay. I'll just send what we call this your live because the StreamYard I cannot copy it.
Uh huh.
Okay.
Because I rarely come this way. It's been about 2 years since I've been on Interstate 10 heading towards
Mhm.
California from Arizona.
Okay.
I got a load of Daisy out of Casa Grande, big house, like you said yesterday. Casa
Okay.
Grande, I got Daisy products. I'm gonna show you the logo. You may be familiar with it. I'm not sure, but
Mhm.
that's what it looked. Well, hold on, I'm gonna blow my screen up. Hold on a second here.
Darren, I saw it already.
You what?
Yeah. And then you like invite Sammy also?
Yeah. You see that? Have you seen this logo on
Yeah,
sour
Daisy.
cream?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all sour cream I got. They make cottage cheese too, but sour cream is gross.
Mm. Okay.
Sammy might be asleep or she might be awake. She's a lot like you are. She's up and down all night. Tell her you're sending the link because I can't.
Yeah, I sent it already. Do you like I sent it to Blessed Life?
Well, sure, but she's probably, counting sheep right now.
Okay, now I sent it already.
Yeah, she's probably asleep for the next hour or two. She'll be getting up to go to work.
Okay. Yeah, I sent it already. Yeah.
Because I don't think I've shown her this area before. Sammy has the last time I was down here, but I don't think anybody else had. Maybe Darren maybe have seen me down here.
Hmm.
But to my right, about 100 miles is the Mexican border. This is why, I mean, do you see anybody, running across this highway trying to get in our country? If they manage to make it and survive, they deserve a medal because you'll dehydrate out here very quickly.
Hmm.
And 100 miles is a long way.
Yeah.
That would be like walking from Manila to probably like Dumaguete.
Okay.
That's how far it would be.
Hmm. Nice. My God, is that a desert area or it's just like only a land?
It's desert.
Oh my God.
What you perceive as bushes is actually tumbleweeds.
Yeah.
But due to climate change and it's been getting rain here, that's why they're turning green.
Hmm.
And this is the desert.
Hmm.
And the climate
Yeah.
change, it was cooler down here than it was up north where I live in Ohio. That's not normal.
I sent it to Darren, but yeah, he just checked it and thumbs up, but it didn't come up.
Yeah, he probably won't not till he gets off of work if I'm still going.
Okay.
He's probably at work still.
Hmm.
But this land here, all the way up through Nevada, that's barren like this, we could take every Asian country, the population of every Asian country, and put you guys here and still have tons of room left over. Because I've seen the projections of the sea rise in the next 10 to 20 years.
Mhm.
It's not looking good for the Philippines. Let's put it that way. You're going to lose a lot of islands. It's going to displace a lot of people.
Mhm.
And I'd be like, bring them over here. Bring them over here. We've got plenty of room out west here.
Okay.
Yeah, the very limited places are going to be above water in the Philippines. The mountain terrain and the
Mhm.
volcano.
Yeah, the only volcano is very active here is Taal volcano, but this is an island. You know.
Well, the Maya volcano by Legazpi was belching smoke.
Yeah, I know, but the Filipinos already don't go to that vicinity.
Smooth pavement, finally. That pavement back there was kind of rough. Yeah, people don't show up during the live stream because nobody's doing one.
Mm-hmm.
I figured I could at least it'll upload it and they can watch the replay of it.
Yeah.
Say, hey, this is Arizona, Interstate 10, westbound, headed towards California.
Mm. Yeah, the boyfriend of my sister used to live there in Arizona. And is that true that some of the birds there cannot live?
Some of the
Especially,
birds.
no, what I'm trying to say is those birds like parakeets cannot live there because it's too hot. Is that true?
Well, if not in the wild, they can't, but they can in a cage in somebody's house. They can,
Mm-hmm.
but not in the wild. Now, the wild birds here are eagles and
Mm-hmm.
ravens. Ravens
Ah.
is a larger size crow type bird,
Mm-hmm. Oh
and
yeah,
they're black.
that one can speak. Yeah,
The
raven.
crows can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
also crows. Yeah.
yeah. When I was on the Apache Redis,
Mm-hmm.
this happened about 10 years ago. I had a raven on each one of my hood mirrors that you see in front of me. You know,
Mm-hmm.
my hood mirror here and my hood mirror there. There was
Yeah.
one perched on each one of them. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool, Sean.
That's why I don't understand the Baltimore Ravens football team. There are no Ravens there. The only place you're going to find Ravens is in Arizona and parts of New Mexico
Okay.
because they're indigenous to here, not there.
Mm. Another reason why I don't like my parrots to be out, it's because of that. They can eat my parrots, and even my friends, they normally cry because of whenever they make their parrots do what we call this like a flight, free flight, and sometimes it ends up so some of the birds cannot come back. It's because of those because of this crow.
Yeah, one of the most dangerous birds to hold in your arm.
Mm-hmm.
You wear a leather glove for this, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like putting a cast on your hand
Mm-hmm.
because is the eagle and the bald eagle here.
Yeah.
Their grip can crush a golf ball. They have a
Yeah, I
high
know.
powered grip,
Mm-hmm.
but they
Yeah.
only do that if they're attacking prey.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't wear that glove, they can crush your arm and break your
Oh
bones.
shit. Yeah.
Yes, they're very strong.
A good thing some Americans don't attempt to kill those eagles or put
well,
them in a trade.
well, the bald eagle used to be on the endangered species list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you there? I don't know why
Yeah, I'm
my
still here.
there we
I'm
go.
still here.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why my phone blacked out like that. But
Maybe because maybe because of a signal.
yeah. Anyway, they would dangle this individual. He would get the eggs while the mother bird is gone.
Mm-hmm.
He would get the eggs and put them in a
Mm-hmm.
basket and carry those
Mm-hmm.
with him. But then he would take these new hatchlings, and put them in the nest, and the mothers didn't know any different
Mm-hmm.
because I saw a video on this, and that's how they were able to over time get their numbers back up. This
Mm-hmm.
guy did this for like 20 years, and he's still doing it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's made a major impact. See what it is? They would take the eggs and they
Mm-hmm.
would take them back to the laboratory, and they're
Mm-hmm.
very fragile, and they would put them in an incubator and wait till they hatched.
Yeah. That's cool. It's because there are some mothers, especially these wild birds, can they can kill their hatchling if they don't like it, or they can abandon it. Much better
Yeah,
if you fellow Americans can save it by your own hands.
yeah,
Normally, those what we call this hand-feed birds, especially the wild birds. They can be tamed.
uh huh,
They will not be harmful to human, especially conures. Conures, they're really wild birds. But once you're the one who was feeding it since they're baby, yeah,
yes,
the attachment of the bird will be okay to you. It's just like the trust
uh huh,
was there, and they'll never attack. Actually, I
yeah,
have yeah, I told you that I have a green conure. Whenever I
yeah,
let her, I throw her. throw her on here at home,
Uh huh.
what she gonna do? She will do a boomerang flight. She will come back to me. Boomerang is just like fly away, and then suddenly coming back to you.
Yeah, that tactic that these scientists that were hired by the
Mhm,
government and had a team of people doing this, it was very the mother didn't know any different, and they would
mhm,
switch them out all the time. They'd take the
mhm,
eggs, put new hatchlings there,
mhm,
and I got to hand it to Dolly Parton. She's got an amusement park in
mhm,
Tennessee and Pigeon Forge
mhm,
called Dollywood,
mhm,
and they have the biggest refuge for bald eagles.
mhm,
Yeah, you can go in. It's a big. They got a big net that covers a
mhm,
large area, and you can see them flying around in there.
mhm.
But she's got a lot of bald eagles. She did a lot of good restoration work on bald eagles too. Dolly Parton
Yeah,
did.
yeah, because you must save now the this kind of wild birds because there is a certain wild bird. It was the member of a parrot. They look like Indian ringneck, the appearance, but their color is the same with Sunny the bird. You know, Sunny the bird, the Shantuber's former
Yeah,
bird, the same color like a sun conure. What happened? Because there are so many that was happened 18th century. There's so many people are very fascinated with this bird. They used to kill it and put it on their hat as a display. They try to to make them a staff. And there is a they didn't know that while they're killing it, they found out that there is no more no more species that kind of bird. It was only one they have, and after a year, it was gone. And that lineage of that breed is gone forever. So you
yeah, and I think
see what?
we have a few different breeds of owls down here too, or in the
Okay.
west. The
Mm-hmm.
spotted owl's one of them, I believe. And
Yeah.
these owls are huge. I saw
Oh
one.
yeah.
I saw one get hit by a Volvo. It
Mm-hmm.
shattered the windshield. Spiderwebbed it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you can look carefully, there's a dust devil right there. It's like a miniature tornado.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. What happened?
It's a dust devil. They happen.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And there's another big one over there, but you can barely see
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yeah. You see, what human can do for. Okay. Now I'm just trying to.
I'm like, shit. And then nobody's doing a live stream. So I'm like, okay, I'll do one. I'm heading out
Mm-hmm.
here in the desert.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good sized one over there. Yeah, dust devils are harmless. Now, they could be fairly large and blow everything around and probably blow all the clothes off the clothesline. But basically, dust devils are harmless. They're not dangerous at all. But I never seen so much green down here. But it must mean they're getting quite a bit of rain down here.
Yeah.
And what you perceive as trees are actually tumbleweeds.
Mm-hmm.
Now these tumbleweeds were actually the majority of them were man-made. They were planted out here in the West to prevent another dust storm that happened in the 1920s, I believe it was. It was really bad. It relocated a lot of sand and dirt hundreds of miles away. Like people in Kansas were totally buried in dirt and sand from that
Mm-hmm.
dust storm. So they decided to load up a bunch of seeds on a plane and just sprinkle them all over the West like this to prevent, you got foliage on the ground, it's going to hold the dirt down
Mm-hmm.
to prevent a dust storm like that ever happening again.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to avoid the entire Southwest of California.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go around. It'd be a lot faster and a lot less traffic.
Mm-hmm. Good thing there's no carjacking there in that location.
There's nothing out here.
Okay.
Nothing but sand, tumbleweeds, pavement, and whatever vehicles are driving on here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the guy in the Volvo that was behind me, wondering what was taking so long because the pumps were going too damn slow.
Okay.
Okay, hang on a second. I gotta fix this. You still there, Cher?
I'm still here.
Yeah, I wasn't. If I don't stop hearing background noise of the fan of your birds, I think you lost signal or it was me.
No, 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 no. I'm still here. It's just like I need some fan. It's because it's really hot in here in my place. Please bear with me, guys.
Oh no, no, no. It's okay to hear it because that means you're still
Mm,
with me.
yeah.
I guess this is the crappiest time to have a live stream.
No, it's just like for now. If you invited those people from England, it's too late for them. I think
Excuse me.
it's almost nighttime to them. Time to sleep.
Well, it is. I think it's like 9 o'clock at night there.
Yeah. So let them sleep.
Well, actually, it's 11, I believe.
Yeah.
11 o'clock at night.
But I'm still here.
That's weird. It's weird being on Pacific time.
Yeah. Well, not everybody is awake just like me because me, I'm telling you now, guys, I have insomnia. So I'm
Yeah, it
always awake.
sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I didn't get my AC fixed on my truck when I was in Springfield, I'd probably be driving with my boxer shorts on.
Mm,
Hot down here.
mhm.
It looks lovely on film and everything, but if you were to, it's hotter where I am than it is in the Philippines. Maybe not by much, but a little bit more.
I'm just enjoying doing a sketching here while watching your live.
There ain't nothing else to do. Everybody. I just hate it when all good things come to an end, and it sucks. Well, there's water in the aqueduct, which is weird. Every time I come past here, the aqueduct, it's always dry.
Hold on, guys. Ah. Yeah, while here in the live stream, I try to do some drawings here. But I'm enjoying watching this this live road trip of Sean with Sean talking with DS. So nice.
I knew there's a couple of people that come and watch the replay,
Hmm. They
but it's
will
not this
watch
big
it,
deal.
and I hope Darren will come up.
Yeah, he probably gets off in another hour.
Yeah.
I'm not sure when he gets off. It can't be no later than 5, though.
Hmm.
And that's if the wife calls him, or he calls the wife. Anyway, she's happy because for certain she's going to meet me. If I don't make it back over there when she's there, I'll meet her when
Who?
she's up in Canada. Darren's wife.
Ah, okay, yeah.
When I meet Darren again, if I ever get a load back to Toronto, I'm long
Hmm.
overdue for that.
Yeah. That will be nice. But I hope she will be approved, okay?
Oh, she'll definitely be approved
Hmm.
because they're legally married. That
Yes.
makes her that makes her Canadian.
Yeah, I know.
Because if that wasn't the case, Darren would be raising all holy hell with his government. Plus, he knows some people, so that ain't gonna be an issue. You piece of crap. Man, that air is like getting a hair dryer blowing in your face. Ah, there's a big cactus in the middle of the highway to my left, like you see in the cartoons. There's one. And there's one up there to my right on the hill. Smaller one. Why my screen goes black and I got to type
Mhm.
in the code for my screen to come back up. It's never done this before. There must be something screwed up with my settings. Uh, shit. Quartzite 26. State line 44. I thought that was nice to know. Shit. Sharon, you muted? Or is it me?
I'm still here. I'm still here.
Oh, yeah, I think you got muted somehow.
Yeah, yeah. It's because that the other window was closed, so I tried to open it. Yeah, where my live stream it was. Yeah. Can you imagine that there's so many Filipinos wants to come to US, but unfortunately, what I've heard from my friend that US is not
Yeah, but
we're
that
now
was the
not open for migration.
yeah. Well, the sad part of that is when MacArthur told our government to give the Philippines back to its people.
Hmm.
That was the downside of that. If you remained in American territory,
Hmm.
it wouldn't be as difficult for you guys to get here. All you need is the funds and a passport. That's it. I don't even think you would need a passport because you're still in if you were still in American territory. Because people from all the other possessions that we still have, the Virgin Islands, the Puerto Rico, they can come to the mainland without a problem. We get them from Samoa, everywhere.
Yeah. All Filipinos only want is to have a better life, but unfortunately, those only Filipinos who are rich can afford to go to US. But me
Yeah,
and some of the ordinary Filipinos were having a hard time to come over there. It's because, first of all, before we come there, we need to have application of visa. And if the consul finds out that you're not doing anything in US, and you don't have money too much in your bank, they're not
uh
letting you to come to US.
yeah. See, if you guys remained in American territory, it would. I think it would have been better just to keep you as a territory, but you govern yourself. You would have your own government. It's like the Scotland and UK together. It'd be just like
Yeah.
that.
Hmm.
Yeah, if you were still in American territory, you really wouldn't be put through the ringer like you are now to try to come here.
Yeah. I really don't understand. Only from I'm sorry to mention this, Sean, here in your live stream about China. How come those Chinese? I'm not trying to degrade them. How come they're always in Philippine territory, especially in Palawan? It's just like you can see almost their ship, and they're staying near in Palawan. It's just like, are you trying to say that this Palawan belongs to you? It's because it was named, the sea is only named by South China Sea. I think that
Yeah,
is
they
not
can
true.
sail. Yeah, they can sail there, but with them causing trouble with the fishermen, that's not right.
Yeah, it's just like so many fishermen, depending on that sea level, because a lot of those fish that they've been looking for was there. The thing is, these Chinese people, they don't allow this fisherman to take a fish over there. Come on, you don't own the sea. First of all, you can own only the land, but not the sea. Maybe if you are in the beach, only those side portion that you can own.
Uh huh.
And I don't understand with these people. They are, trying to use their power about the money. Well, not everything you can buy a money, especially a water. especially ocean. You cannot buy it. First of all, that is for everybody.
Yeah, the only interest that China had was the
Mm.
Spratlys.
Yeah, especially those Spratly. How come you owning it? It's like
They
if
can't own it.
you
It belongs to the
yeah,
Philippines.
yeah, if you're going to study the distance of the islands, Philippines has so many scattered islands. I'm telling you
Uh,
now, especially in somewhere in Pangasinan. In Pangasinan, we do have so many big coral reefs. Those big coral reefs, they formed into an island, and this belongs to the Philippines. And I don't understand. Maybe because of that, the Spratly Islands, it turns out to be a part where there is a lot of sand, and yeah, I think they're claiming there is an oil over there. Well, those oil comes from dead animals or some prehistoric animals long time ago.
I believe there might be something else of interest in the Spratlys besides gold, and there's a lot of it in those small islands. There's a
Yeah, I
lot of
think it
gold
was the
there.
oil. Yeah, it was the oil they're after. But come on, that oil is temporary only. And then those Spratly, it was obviously belongs to Philippines, and even Vietnam can can claim it, but they don't claim it, and especially Malaysia, they don't claim it anymore because first of all they gave it away from the Philippines. Besides, when there is a war in Vietnam, there are so many those Vietnamese when they are in the big boat, and they sailed from the Philippines and they landed in Palawan. And a good thing Filipinos are we are very friendly to those people who really needs a help. So
Hmm.
they let this Vietnamese to land here in the Philippines, especially in
Yeah,
Palawan.
yeah. Myanmar is it used to be called Burma. That's the only
Yeah,
country that's very dangerous
I don't know
in the
what's going on over
Southeast
there.
Asia.
Yeah, it's
It's
just
a
like
war zone. It's been a war zone for 20 years.
I don't know why are they still in the war zone, but the war is already over.
No, no,
Let's go.
there's warlords trying to fight for control. They don't really have a government there in Burma.
Hmm. You know what? To be honest, a lot of Burmese they try to transfer in some touristic places like in Cambodia or in Thailand. They used
Well,
to work there.
well, it used to be under British rule, and they screwed that up.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess these people they need to be educated now because until now they're still living in an old-fashioned government. It's like living in a
Well,
old
Burma
what?
doesn't really have a government. That's the problem because they got
Yeah,
warlords fighting for control,
yeah, because of
and
the
they're constantly killing
old-fashioned.
each other. That's
Yeah.
why the U.S. government says they don't recommend you go to Burma at all for anything. That's
Hmm.
why nobody goes there.
Yeah. Normally, they go to Laos, Cambodia, and Thailand, and that's it. And I hope this war will be over because first of all, the first will be affected is the kids,
Yeah,
and
the only way that the world's going to get control over Burma is
yeah.
the best thing to do is to send the UN in,
Hmm.
maintain control, set up a government, and try to oust those warlords.
Yeah, because this warlords are still living in an old fashioned way. It's just like they believe there's still a war, but this war can be done. It's just like you need to educate them. Those educate something like a high tech education, not like an old fashioned education. Because until now they're living in the in the old fashioned way, which is until now they still bringing it up until to their children's. So this
Yeah,
is
I
the
think it was.
reason why there's a lot of war.
Yeah, I think it was like 10 years ago that the name was changed to Myanmar or something like that.
Yeah, Myanmar now, Myanmar. Yeah. Because I have a friend of mine. His name is Sunny Brew, and his YouTube channel is Sunny in Thailand. Uh, most of his staff, some of them are from Myanmar. They work there. They really hard working. But right now they are in mourning because one of their staff from Myanmar, when this guy went back to his country, died, was killed over there.
Hmm.
So I guess this killing will never stop. So now I understand why a lot of these people from Myanmar, they transfer to Thailand because they need a peaceful living. What I really like from Thailand is since their king is westernized, because this is the king that they've been seen that walking in Germany with a tattoo at the back with a tank top. Yeah, I really like the progress of Thailand. It's just like they're becoming friendly now to all the foreigners. Although those bars and bar girls, you cannot avoid that. It is a part of life, and not everyone can have a better life. And these people, they're trying to survive only as much as they can. Yeah, it was really good. It was really good, the touristic of the Thailand, especially the tourism. I really like it. They're just like Philippines, but Philippines are much more friendly when it comes to communication, because i- if you roam around here in Metro Manila, especially in the province, you just talk to them in English, they will understand you. It's because here in the Philippines, ever since we are in kinder, our language starts with English until we
Hmm.
have a Filipino subject. So so all I can say, Filipinos can understand English, but not all of them can speak fluent in English. But the most important, they can understand you. That's the most important. But to all the foreigners who wants to come here, you have to be careful also, because not all Filipinos are honest. You have to be careful, especially when it comes to girls. If you wanted
Hmm.
to marry a Filipina, you better get to know this Filipina first, okay? Because first of
Yes.
all, there are so many Filipinas, honestly speaking, especially in the province. Yeah, a lot of you're recommending much better in province because they're really safe. No, you cannot say that, because even in province there is always a devil roaming around there. And so some of them, I'm sorry to say this, are sweet talkers, and you have to be careful with the sweet talkers.
Uh-huh.
especially if the family was involved. Some of them they can gang up you, so you have to be careful, okay? And don't give 100% your trust. It's just like you have to get to know first. That's my advice to you guys. Because what is really annoying is there are some Filipinos, okay, they will say, oh, much better in the province because in Manila, so many bad people. You cannot say that because I've known some foreigners who are homeless now, especially in Cebu, victimized by the provincial girls. So you
Yeah.
see, there's always a devil roaming around in every places. So you have to be careful. In Manila, not all of us are like that. First of all, in Manila, the girls here, they will get to know you. Yeah, especially if they can be materialistic.
Yeah. There was this
But
homeless guy I ran into in Metro
okay, go
Manila.
on.
He
Hmm.
was he was Filipino,
Hmm.
and he was a little thin under the skin. Yeah, I could see his rib cage. He looked malnourished,
Yeah.
and he was trying to get around. He was a homeless guy, and Charisma
Hmm.
told me, "Don't mess with him. He's a homeless guy." But he smiled at me and said hello. You know, and I'm like, I can't do this. My Christian heritage will not allow me to see
Yeah.
this man starve. I bought him something to eat.
Hmm.
Got a
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Yeah, these people, all they need is to have a money to feed, something like they can buy something to eat. The
Yes.
problem is the reason why there's some of the Filipinos here are homeless. They are come from Visayas or some provinces in the Philippines. They think that
Oh,
in Manila they can find a better life. No,
yeah.
it was really hard to find a job in here, especially if you are not college graduate. Especially if your employer is a Chinese. Those
Yeah.
Chinese Filipinos, they expecting you to be fully graduate.
Yeah. Len Whistler's in here. I just glanced over to the chat. How you doing, Len?
Hello, Len. Maybe you can come up in the panel if you like. I just invited him to to come here.
Yeah. Can you redrop the StreamYard link again in case he
Okay,
doesn't
hold
see it?
on. Okay, hold on.
I know you have a blue jacket that you can do it.
Yeah, yeah. Wait. Uh, the blue jacket is okay. Hold on.
Yeah, only few of you have it, like you, Darren, Sammy.
I cannot give him a blue jacket, but the Streamer link is still in your chat. They can click it.
Oh, he said no
No
panel
panel
for
for
me.
me, thanks. He's not coming to the panel. He's not coming to the panel.
Well, at least he's got somewhere to hang out now for a little while, because nobody else
Yeah,
was doing a live stream, and I was like, "What the
yeah.
hell?" Everybody
Oh,
rarely gets to see the Southwest.
yeah. Oh, Len, I guess you need to promote your book because Len Whistler is a professional photographer and he's from Canada. He released a photography book where all
Hey,
his
yeah.
shots
Hey,
was
Len,
printed there.
Len, you should talk to Darren because Darren's put a couple of authors up on his live stream before and interviewed them. It was great. You should go to talk to Darren about that. You could come up
Mm.
to the panel and talk about your book, and he can interview you.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Uh huh.
And Len is also good in painting. I was shocked to him.
Well, he's named after one of the most famous paintings of the world,
Mm.
Whistler's mother.
Oh yeah.
That's why I asked if he was related because that's not a very common last name to have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think the man who painted Whistler's mother was actually an American, and he painted it here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was painted hundreds of years ago, but he made it to where it looked like she was watching TV.
Yeah, I still remember that in Mr. Bean. He went to
Oh, the movie.
museum and
Yeah, that was a good movie, Mr. Bean.
he just put something on the paint and I got the face.
Yeah, at the end of it, he was like, "It's supposed to."
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like the face he just smudged it, and I don't know what's going on with Rowan Atkinson. Yeah, can you imagine that actor is a genius
Oh
in
yeah, he
reality?
was. Yeah, he was a Monty Python's reject. Jonathan Cleese rejected him. He tried to audition for the Monty Python. Monty
Okay,
Python's would have been great with Rowan Atkins in it, but he
hmm,
rejected him.
why?
I don't know.
Maybe because he's a British or something.
They're all British.
Ah, okay. Maybe he got intimidated because of the sense of humor of Rowan Atkinson.
Well, Rowan Atkins was a true comedian. He did stand up also.
Mr. Payne. Especially in Johnny English. My God. I will never forget that movie, Johnny English.
Yeah, the
Mr.
the Mr. Bean movie was one of the last movies that Burt Reynolds was in.
Mm-hmm,
He starred as a small part in there as the general,
mm-hmm,
introducing the painting.
mm-hmm. Mr. Payne. Hey. He's also in The Lion King. He's the the talking token.
What Rowan Atkins was?
Yeah, you know the
I
bird
didn't
the token. He's the one who was the voice behind of the talking token.
I didn't know that.
He was there,
I
the
know Cheech
British.
Moranin, Billy Crystal, and um, uh, Whoopi Goldberg were the hyenas.
Yeah, but the talking token it was Rowan Atkinson.
That
Mr.
lousy
Payne.
Mufasa, I won't be able to sit for a week. And then the other hyena named Ed, he was the dipshit, just started
Mhm,
laughing.
mhm.
Whoopi Goldberg, will you two knock it off? The hyenas were funny in that movie.
Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg. She's a female, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought she's a lesbian or something.
No, she was actually married to the actor that starred in the Cheers TV show. They were married for years.
Hmm.
Can't remember his name.
They have a kids.
No.
Ah, okay.
Uh, she's on The View every Monday through Friday on TV. That woman's talk show
Mm-hmm.
called The View.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mr. Payne.
But Whoopi Goldberg was a stand-up comedian also. Yeah, every year they used to have comic relief for charity, and the hosts were Robin Williams, Billy Crystal, and Whoopi Goldberg,
Hmm.
and the three of them became real close friends too because of that. You go back and watch the first few comic reliefs that they had. Robin Williams was just hilarious.
Yeah, but for now, I'm just concentrating in your live, Sean.
Somebody blew a tire. Gator trails all over the highway.
Oh my god. Where's
Nasted a piece of
Sammy?
rubber.
Kuya Sean, Kuya Sean.
She's probably still asleep.
Yeah, I know.
Now, Bless should be getting up, I think, either now or in the next hour, because she's usually at work by 7.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe she will try to watch you
Yeah,
a
if she
little.
comes in, I'll be like, hey, you could, stay in the live stream in the chat and just, take us to the shower with you, get your business done, and
Mhm.
still be on the stream.
Mhm.
I've taken you guys to the shower before.
Mhm.
That's why when I was in JB's once, I said, this is incredible. And she was like, what? This is the first time I've been totally nude in front of a Panay before.
Mhm.
She couldn't see me. I had my camera turned off, but I could
Mhm.
see her.
Okay.
99 degrees here.
Oh God.
This is Yuma, Arizona here. I thought I was going to get a load of Taylor Farms out of here, but thank God I already got a load heading into Modesto.
Mhm.
I got all day tomorrow to get there and deliver the day after tomorrow, but excuse me,
Mhm.
I'll be there. I'll probably be there this time tomorrow, or maybe a little bit later. Got to go through Delano and Bakersfield, Stockton. I
Mhm.
think Modesto's by Stockton. I can't remember. 17 miles to California. Oh, this is a trailer park. Got a lot
Oh.
of people in there.
Oh, you mean there's so many people there living in a trailer
Hmm.
van or something?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
a house trailer type thing. Some of
Yeah.
them are campers. Some of them are campers too.
Mm-hmm. A good thing your government allowed that.
Well, there's a lot of RV parks and whatnot everywhere that
The
all
thing,
over the
yeah.
country.
The thing in the Philippines, you can't do that. First of all, if the land, the landowner found out you're doing that, they will do their best, to reconstruct that place. And
Well, I think the reason why they do that is because of
mm,
human waste. You got to have a sewer line, you got to have a water line connected to it. That's what they're worried about because it could be very toxic. A buildup of human sewage could be very bad. Now, if I did go into California, into
mm,
LA, I'd be passing by the uh, the restaurant and truck stop where they filmed part of the movie Pee Wee Herman, Great Adventure, the first one. If I stopped there, I could probably buy a T-shirt that said "Large Marge sent me." The restaurant doesn't exist anymore; that's tore down. But the sign that has the restaurant that's still there. But in the truck stop,
mm.
they sell T-shirts and all kinds of things about that movie being filmed there. They filmed the scene, Large Marge, the female truck driver, that was a ghost. She was getting out of the truck. Tell him Large Marge sent you.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry
And
guys, my birds are kind of noisy now.
have you ever been in a live stream with me while I went into California before, Sheer?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
I know Darren and Sammy both had seen it.
Yeah, I think that time it was Sammy and Darren. But normally,
There's
I
only
was
two
a child.
states I have not taken Sammy or Darren through: North and South Dakota. I've taken them through
Okay.
all the others
Mm-hmm.
because I very rarely, if ever, go to North and South Dakota. I
Okay.
think in 15 years I've only been twice.
Okay. Yeah, I'm running out of battery. Then I'll just hold on. I'll just put the charger here.
Oh, cell phone signal's a lot better through here. Usually I
Okay.
drop signal coming through here on
Mhm.
I-10 because there's not much out here.
Okay.
Oh shit! It was a dip.
Okay. Sorry.
No, they were laid new pavement on the right hand lane and not this lane yet.
Okay.
But this guy's going too slow, and I'm not slowing down for him.
Yeah, because he's carrying some cars.
Hey, it's a mobile parking lot.
Mhm.
My tires would be okay, but if it was like 110 degrees, I would have took some air pressure out of my tires so they wouldn't blow. Because when the pavement's that hot and you're running like this, if we normally you run 100 psi, with that kind of heat and expansion, it'll raise it up to 120, which some tires are not rated for that and causes them to blow.
Mm-hmm. All right.
The past week, I've hauled 2 loads of a substance that I cannot stand. Even if I smell it, it makes me sick. Mayonnaise and sour
Mm.
cream. Ugh. Yeah, you're creating the breeze for me if I have my window down.
Mm-hmm. Sorry about my electric fan, guys. I
Yes,
cannot
this is
stand for the heat.
Apache Indian Reservation right here. I'll be
Mm-hmm.
crossing over the Colorado River. If it had not been for the Colorado River, a lot of people in Southern California wouldn't be getting fresh water. And the Colorado River, if you took it north, it'll take you to Vegas and to the Boulder Dam there. And then you couldn't go anymore. You have to get out of the boat, carry it up over the dam, and then get into Lake Mead. I can see it. Those many mountains over there in the distance. That's California. But you get a lot of Americans that despise California. But I always tell them the same thing. You do realize all trends come out of California, and eventually it comes east, and you enjoy them. All fads, all styles, it all starts in trends. It all comes out of California and spreads. I said, your cell phone. The guys who designed it and created it, Silicon Valley, California. The inventor of the cell phone was from California. Yeah, they hate California because, to me, when somebody says that they hate California, for the most part, they're a racist pig. And when you think about it, you can figure out how and why. and I don't feel like I want to drive over San Andreas Fault,
Hmm.
and I don't want to stay around it because there's always
Why?
tremors. There's always tremors. If you sit in a truck stop at night
Yeah.
or sometimes during the day and just sit there in your parked truck and watch,
Mm-hmm.
eventually you start seeing all the truck's trailers bouncing up and down. I've seen it a few times.
What do you mean tremors anyway?
It's like a mini earthquake.
Ah, okay. Now I understand. How come
Yeah, just
there's
all
an earthquake there?
because there's a major fault line there called San Andreas,
Okay.
a very active one. And I was in the truck stop, you just see the truck starting to bounce up and down.
Sorry, guys. I have a little narcoleptic here, okay? But whenever I see Sean, it was gone.
And when I get in California, there's a border check there. Basically, all that's for is that they're not checking for illegals. They're checking to see what I have coming into the state. Because if I had a load from out of state and it was like plants or certain things, they would want to open me up and test it for a certain bug. Because if a certain bug from like Florida gets out here, and Florida's the same way, if a certain bug gets there, it'll destroy the forests. It'll wreak havoc with the wildlife too. 5 miles. Way station's closed, but the check station's not. Be prepared to stop. I'm glad I got my screen blown up so y'all could see it. For those who've never been into California before. Live. Oh, and you won't see Big Bear Mountain either. If I stayed on 10 and going towards LA, you'd see Big Bear. Ugh. Colorado River. And it looks kind of low. Man, they got trees and everything growing up in the islands in the middle of the Colorado River. That's never happened before. All right. Once I get up to the guard, I'm going to have to take the headset off for a brief second, probably talk to him. Well, what you hauling? What you bringing in here? Sour cream. You want some of this shit? Because I don't like it. But it's paying me good to bring it here, though. Riverside County. I'm not going that way, cargo container. I'm very patient. I'll wait. Oh, I see where he went. Went right behind that guy. I'll go behind him. Follow him then. Big Bear, he's iron tough. We're going to take more trucks. I'll go. All right. Got my paperwork in hand. Bills of lading. All right, I'm going to drop the headset for just a second, guys. Now, if everybody was paying attention, there was a female guard. And what was she? Mexican. Give some of the people of the other sort the yuck factor. And I'm like this: if you don't like Mexicans, then you sure as hell ain't gonna like Filipinos. So help me figure that one out because they're not too much different, except for the language. You give me two Filipinas and two Latinas, and I scramble them together, and you look at them, you wouldn't, unless by luck, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference to pick who out. Except if I had someone in the group like Blessed Life, she's a little easier to pick out because of her eyes, because she has the Asian eyes. Oops, gotta watch my speed. California, it's 55 miles an hour for us. There's my exit. US 95 takes me to Needles and then to Vegas. We were by group. I know it's very barren through there until I get to Needles. There's nothing but desert out that way. But I'm only going this way because I do like Las Vegas for only a specific reason, and I want to avoid the LA traffic, greater LA traffic. Ontario, San Bernardino, the traffic is disastrous through there. By the time I made it that way, I'm like, the hell with that, I'll go this way. But I've never taken anybody through here before. US 95, except in Nevada itself, not in Arizona to Las Vegas. Uh, it's only 94 miles to Interstate 40. Hey, share if you can hear me, and if you're awake. If I lose signal, I'm going to end the live stream.
Yeah, I think I'll just stay in the what we call this in the chat now. I'll
Okay.
just step down now, okay, Sean?
All right. Yeah, if I lose signal, I'm going to end the live stream.
Okay, okay. Bye, Sean. Bye.
Bye bye. And plus, this highway is not really heavily patrolled at all. Why? Because there's nothing out here. A lot of farmland. Boom, 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 boom. Excuse me. Uh, shit, I think it was like last time I was on this highway right here. Hell, that was probably like 2012. 13 maybe. I've only been on this stretch of highway once, going from here to Vegas, because I got a frozen load out of Phoenix. No, not out of Phoenix, out of Yuma, excuse me, Yuma, Arizona. And it went to Henderson, Nevada, which is a southern suburb of Las Vegas, greater Las Vegas area. There's good humor ice cream. I don't know what's so funny about it. Tastes good. But basically, this highway runs along the border of Arizona, just inside California. Hello, Verde. No kidding. Uh, Welcome to the Republic of California. But what you're looking at, farms to my right and left, throughout California, a lot of farming. The fruits and vegetables that you enjoy at the grocery store that are available come from this area, the state of California. That's why they call it the breadbasket of the United States. And without those people working and harvesting the farms, Lord help us, we wouldn't have any fresh vegetables and fruits. So that's why it's a boat I would rather not to rock. Hey Darren, you want to come up to the panel? I wasn't sure if you were off of work when Cher contacted you. Or wait a minute, she sent you the link to the StreamYard too, I think. And I think Cher was falling asleep anyway. But in case you didn't know it, Darren, this is US 95. I just got off of Interstate 10, just inside California. I'm headed towards Las Vegas. I'm trying to avoid the greater LA area and its traffic, so that's why I'm going this way. Oh yeah, lots of fruits and vegetables are grown here. And if I'm right, Darren, the majority of the fruits and vegetables in Canada come from the prairie, right?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. I just crossed over the Colorado River again. That branch is off.
Just making sure the other tab is closed.
Yeah, the majority of the fruits and vegetables that you guys get come from the prairie, right? Because that's all farmland out that way.
We get food from all over North and South America. So we get Florida oranges. We get.
We do too.
Yeah, in Canada we get Potatoes are growing up here, and that's PEI potatoes. We get corn across the prairies. We get cucumbers, tomatoes, strawberries, blueberries in
Oh yeah.
Canada. But also we get U.S. produce too, so it competes with Canadian grown stuff as well.
Mhm.
So it's amazing how we get bananas from South America. They fly in every
I think
day.
everybody does.
Yeah, they fly in every
I
single
think
day.
I think that's where everybody in the world gets their bananas from South America.
But in the Philippines, they get them from the Philippines.
Really? They grow
Oh
them there
yeah,
in the Philippines. I didn't know that. I
yeah.
know they got a big, large area that they grow sunflowers right outside Legazpi.
Ooh,
There's
was
a
that the Philippines?
huge field. Yeah,
Yeah, in the Philippines, they have. I went to pineapple plantation. Of course, they have coconuts, bananas, calamansi. Um, what else do they grow there? Yeah, Dole had one of the biggest plantations in the world. I think was in the Philippines at one point, or maybe that
hmm
was maybe that. And there was also one in Hawaii. Dole owned a
yeah,
plantation in Hawaii as well.
yeah. When it comes to imperialism back in the day, the brand Dole has a very big black eye of what they did.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, they have a very big
I'm
black eye.
sure. So does Coca-Cola.
Yeah, and Chiquita.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Cher sent me the link to the live stream. Then once I
What
got to
time
the
do you get
live
off?
stream, I was typing in the chat. That was at 3:50. It's 5, so yeah, it's past 5 now.
Is that when you get off work? 5 o'clock?
Yeah,
I wasn't sure. I know it was between 3 and 5. I couldn't remember.
yeah. It depends what I'm doing for the day.
So you get off work when Blessed Life's getting ready to go to work, right?
Correct.
That's easy to remember.
Yeah, exactly 12 hours difference, right?
Yeah.
So when I go to sleep, everybody's getting up. But
Yeah, when we're on daylight savings time, we're on the same time as them.
yeah. So when about 7 o'clock, that's where I start to ramp up YouTube. Like I say, I'm always promoting my next premiere, and then
I only
I do Bless live stream, and then I start sharing out my still continue to share out my next premiere, and then I go to other people's live streams in the chat and start dropping the link. I'm getting new people every day. New people every day. So after YouTube took their 30%, I raised $45 Canadian for the blind gentleman that needs a fan and food. So I'm going to
Oh
increase
man,
it. So I'll just increase it to 2,000 even.
man! Tomorrow I'll be going by Edwards Air Force Base in
Ooh,
the Mojave Desert there.
ooh, nice.
Edwards.
Might see some planes flying by, landing and taking off. You never know.
Or something flying backwards and flying that unusual. I haven't seen nothing. I've always looked too, waiting for something to happen.
Oh yeah.
Nope.
Well, the U.S. Department of Defense, they had a whole. I remember seeing a documentary. All these military pilots seeing things they can't explain. They did massive investigations on all that stuff.
And I believe the pilots. They're not crazy, and you have to be intelligent. And in order to fly one of those planes, you have to have college behind you.
Yeah.
So these people are not dumbasses, and they wouldn't make up a BS story like this.
No. Even our I think our Minister of Defense here in Canada wrote a book saying they are real.
Oh,
Actually,
I
met
know
him.
that. I
Yeah.
can't remember his name. He did a speech, and it's on YouTube. He's
Mhm.
elderly.
Yes. Yes, he wrote a book. I met him once. He was
Uh,
promoting his book.
so, what did you think of him?
He's fine. Yeah, all his faculties is fine.
You know, because some people think maybe he's out there, but I don't know. The way he spoke was like one of my college professors. He didn't sound crazy in my book.
No, he's not crazy. It's just it comes down to people's interpretation, right?
Hmm.
So people seeing identified flying objects, they just explain what they saw and what they know, right? So
Yeah.
whatever input you get in is what input you say out, right?
But because I'll tell you this, and this it's always been a hypothesis of Einstein. The higher of intelligence a being is, it doesn't have to be human, but the higher the intelligence it is, the less malevolent it is.
Uh,
They're not violent.
uh, yeah, definitely not. Definitely not.
Because I'm telling you, if aliens are real and they visited us, if they wanted to conquer us, I think they do that very quickly.
Why would they care?
Yes,
You
and
know what I mean?
I use the hypothesis like I did in college. If me and you were to be on a plane or an aircraft that could fly, and we went back in time to the Stone Age, where we used to live in caves and everything, and we were looking down, observing these people, would you be pretty quick to go down there and introduce yourself?
No,
Not me either.
no.
You
There's no
know,
reason. They're such more advanced, right?
yeah, they probably treat you as a god, Barry, um, Darren, because you got a bald head. But because of my haircut, they would burn me to the stake.
That's why you got a haircut, right?
If I kept
yourself a mistake.
if I kept the long hair, I would have been all right. You know.
That's funny. Yeah, people.
Let alone let alone you got to worry about disease too. That's why these aliens, if they exist, they say they see them gray or green, and they didn't look normal. You know, that small slits. I believe that they were in an exosuit to protect them from disease that they don't have knowledge of, and or they can't breathe oxygen. They breathe maybe a different type of atmosphere than we do.
That makes sense. That makes total sense. Yeah, because humans came from sponges, right? So it started as sponges and evolved, right?
Well, that's still a theory, a hypothesis.
Yeah, that makes
Well,
sense because some people they talk like they're a sponge. Huh? Huh?
the only way we'll ever know is once we're able to communicate with these aliens, and then they visit us way back before we became a thing. They would be able to tell us, no, this is how you guys were created, or what you came from.
That's true. That's true. I think it's exciting. The thing is, we're here only for a millisecond in time comparing to how long we live.
Oh, the
If we
grand
believe
scheme
in
of things,
afterlife, we're
yes.
only here for a millisecond, right? There's hundreds of millions of years the Earth has existed, so we're only here for a millisecond.
Well,
So
yeah. If you look at
do the
the
best.
history of this planet when it first formed, up until today, humans are barely on the timeline. We're barely there
Correct.
in the grand scheme of things.
Correct. That's exactly right. So you don't worry about the small stuff because people always worry about the small stuff. Just be kind to one another. Do your best. Try hard. That's what it's all about.
Yes, and okay, let's add God to the equation. Like I tell people that are heavy into the Bible and everything. I mean, I am, but not that much where I'm crazy. If you add God to the factor, all we're learning is His wisdom and His creation. He didn't forbid us to learn.
Correct. Or think or make our own decisions.
Yeah. And that's why I believe the smarter a human being gets, the less violent they are. Just like the aliens, you got to figure if they're able to come from a star system to here with ease, their technology is way far more advanced than ours. Their level of intelligence supersedes ours.
Well, what I understood is their captain of their spaceship was Canadian.
Well, look at this. I like what the Neil deGrasse Tyson said. He'd be like, "Oh, oh look, they made a sonnet. That's what our kids learn in kindergarten." I mean, we're talking, they're way beyond our intellect.
Yeah, they're the Jetsons. We're still in the Flintstone era. And they're the Jetsons.
And when the majority of the people of the world become more intelligent and non-malevolent, they'll probably more likely to introduce themselves.
Mm.
Yeah. But that hypothesis, I believe, towards the end of World War II, they were monitoring us, and I believe they would have intervened if we tried to destroy ourselves. I think they would have intervened.
Maybe we were like pets to them. Aww. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. My granddaughter's almost 2. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Outside to play.
But one of the thing I learned about John F. Kennedy that I love and hold dear to this day is his speech that he gave. And that part of the speech he gave, at that commencement speech, he said,
"Do what you can for yourself."
No, our common basic link is we all inhabit this small planet. We all cherish our children's future, and we are all mortal.
Yep.
That in itself defines humanity.
Yeah. Everybody wants the same thing.
Yep.
To live peacefully, with dignity, with able to feed your family, feed yourself.
But we can't have
everybody
anything
wants the
like
same
that. Yeah, humanity, we can't have anybody like that, like JFK, Gandhi, and Martin Luther King and John Lennon. No. They had to kill those people.
Upsets the apple cart. The rich and powerful want to remain rich and powerful.
Yes, and want us at each other's throats where we're killing each other. And I'm to the point like this: the internet has connected all of us all over the world. And if war breaks out, it'd be like, why don't you rich asses get out from behind your desk in your suits and go over and fight each other? And we, the common people, could sit back and watch you guys.
That's right.
You want war? Go fight.
Yeah. What's interesting is wars happen either because of religion. There's a lot of religious wars, greed, power. Maybe one person's ego upsetting some sort of ego.
100 years ago, there was a speech in Canton, Ohio, that Eugene Victor Debs gave. He was running for president. And that speech, when you go, you can find it here on YouTube. Just type in Eugene Victor Debs speech, 1924.
Ooh.
That speech got him 10 years in prison. And
Really?
and that is the case law, the Supreme Court case law I would use against Trump. Like, okay,
Oh,
here's your speech, Trump. And Eugene Victor Debs got 10 years for his speech. And there
wow.
was no violence or anything else because he said, I wish I had it memorized. It was a great speech.
Wow.
But if war, he ended it with, if war is inevitable, then let it be decided by the people if they want to go to war.
Yeah.
Because we're sent to be slaughtered on the behest of the rich
Oh.
throughout throughout humanity, and they were never the ones to fight it. See, the rich have nothing to lose and all to gain, although the people like us have everything to lose and nothing to gain.
Yeah. When you push people to the corner and have nothing to lose, that's when you get in. That's where things happen.
And a lot of soldiers in our Middle Eastern wars that we had in the past 30 years, a lot of the soldiers figured that one out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of Marines said, I'm not going to go and fight other poor people
Well, there's no
because,
winners in war, right? There's no
yeah,
winners in war.
except for the rich.
Yeah.
He goes,
Yeah.
all we got is a bunch of poor people killing each other at the behest of the rich.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I ain't doing it anymore.
Oh, so is that Lady Noam going to be the vice president nominee?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Don't think so.
Anyway, I don't like any of them. Cornel West is the way to go. And I've been spreading the word. He's third party. It's been going back and forth doing the Texas two-step every 4 to 8 years.
Yeah.
I'm like, they've had it their way for too long, and they're all been bought and paid for. It's time to vote in a third party, and then we'll see some real change, especially with Cornel West.
But maybe not this election because it might split the vote.
Because regardless of how they vote, it's a lame duck president.
Yes.
Biden and Trump will both be lame ducks because they can't run again. Although Cornel West is not a lame duck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please submit a new work order for the steel and
But it's going to get ugly. Trump loses again. Oh, they cheated. Oh. And a lot of people are going to believe it with no evidence. And if you ask for evidence, you're called a bunch of names, just like a child in a kindergarten playground. No, I just do it as the courts would do it. Like Judge Judy says, don't tell me, show me.
That's right.
Because you showed Judge Judy your proof. Oh, you were in good with her, and she hammered the other side. But if you had no proof and nothing to show, you pissed Judge Judy off big time. And you don't piss off a Jewish lady; they will eat you alive. That's why Judge Judy, man, she's a good judge. She had my vote to go to the Supreme Court if she wanted to, but I don't think she wanted to. I think she's enjoying her retirement.
oh yeah, just
So my granddaughter is home. Fun, fun, fun.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
And I did meet him in person once
Who?
at a Democratic rally in Dayton, Ohio. Judge Joe Brown.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yeah, he was famous for ending his court hearings with "and you're pitiful." Tap.
Done. Done. That's funny. That is very funny.
Yeah, the one that started these court shows was the guy that did the People's Court. I remember growing up watching that.
I remember that
Uh,
too. That was
it,
funny.
it it came on after school. What
It
was
was
that
People's
judge's
Court.
name?
Oh, I forget.
Doug DeWillen was his name.
Oh, yeah?
Doug DeWillen, Judge Doug DeWillen. He started it all.
Oh, wow.
It was like in the early '80s when it started. The one I liked watching that was entertaining and funny was I forgot the name of the show, but or the program, but it was Judge Mills Lane. He's a former boxer, former Marine, and famous boxing referee. He refereed a lot of famous boxing matches with Ali and Frazier and all that.
Really?
And he was a good judge too. But
Good.
I don't think he meant to, but it just came out that way where it was funny. But that's the way Marines are. And he was a tough Marine too.
One thing is, you just say it like it is. That's all you have to do is say it like it is.
Yeah. And he brought that his term like Judge Joe Brown had, "You're pitiful," and Judge Judy said, "Don't tell me, show me." His was, "Let's get it on." He would say that at the beginning of a boxing match. Let's get it on.
I love it. I love it. It's so good. Let's get it on.
Hell, man, I wish I was got to be in his shoes when he refereed half the boxing matches he refereed. There were famous boxing matches with Ali and Frazier and all that. Oh my God,
yeah, those were
that
classic.
that's why. Yeah, that's why he was so famous as a referee.
Let's get it on. Love it. That's amazing. I'm just amazed that WWF turned WWE, same thing, just changed the name.
Yeah,
Then MMA came. MMA came into the thing, and MMA took off.
that's the only reason why I like Las Vegas is because she lives there.
Oh,
Rumor has it she does frequent this club that I've been going to every time I go. It's got karaoke and good food. A lot of Asians go in there. I'm just was hoping
surprise,
by
surprise.
some stupid luck I would show up in there and she's there during karaoke night. And at me, I'd walk up to her. I'd do hand symbol. I'm like, remember me?
Remember me?
Then I'd be like, I'm buying her a drink. Because I'm thinking, I wonder how many. Not too many. I think she would remember it. I don't know. What do you think, Darren?
What's the date today?
14th, I believe. Can you hear me, or are you losing me?
I can hear you.
Oh,
I'm
good.
gonna put 15.
Because if you don't respond, I'm thinking I'm.
Yes. Here, 2024. Cool.
But I'll wait till she's done.
So I got to take a picture and email it then, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. But if that were to happen, Darren, do you think she would remember that?
To be honest with you, I don't know. You're very
Because you got to
memorable.
think, how many Westerners have done that to her in Japan? Not many. I'm probably the only one. While she's wrestling and performing, I'm in the front row, big Westerner, and I did that symbol to her. She smiled at me.
Yeah,
And
because
then
you look
within a-
like you look like a wrestler.
And then she slips off the mat, grabs the top rope. The girl comes over the top rope, spinning at me, and I caught her in midair.
That's the best way to catch them.
But it was like I got hit with a pillow.
It was
could
only
put-
pillow.
She was laughing. You can put me down now. Oh, you speak English, and I gently put her down. As soon as I put her down and stood up, she pushes me against the chest a couple of times with an attitude, and I'm like, she's back in character. Don't get angry. And I put my hands up, and she shoves me again. Barry's laughing at me. He goes, "Did you touch her and get out of line?" I'm like, "I caught her in midair, Barry. What am I going to do?" I said, "If I didn't do that, she would have got seriously hurt."
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it.
I think it was done on purpose because they probably thought I was a wrestler.
Exactly. They probably thought you were part of the show.
Uh-huh. But when she come at me, I caught her. I just nudged a little bit. I felt like somebody hit me with a pillow.
I think that's amazing.
And I felt like John Candy in the movie Stripes when he was wrestling those mud wrestlers. He goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit you." And so she slugs him in the stomach. He's like, "Oh!" I thought that's what she was gonna do, but no, she pushed me. And I would have played along. I'd have been like, "Oh!"
Yeah, because I remember watching a documentary. Some of it's in acting.
But that girl couldn't have hurt me.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think so either. But it depends how they hit you too.
Oh
You
yeah, if
gotta-
they hit you in the balls. Oh yeah, I'm going down.
or if they, by mistake, their elbow goes into your nose, it could break your nose.
Hmm. I do know if I get hit in the balls, I'll go down because that's a very tender area.
Is it?
Shoot, you just graze, barely touch nuts, make it look like you got hit in the nuts. It still takes the wind out of your sails. It's like, oh,
Sure does. It sure does. You be whistling the Dixie.
mm-hmm. Like when the
That's
doctor,
never fun.
my Filipina doctor, past 2 years, test me for a hernia. She grabbed my balls and was cough. I was like, cough, I can't even breathe.
That's funny. It's all connected. That is so funny. Oh, that is funny. That is funny.
I make that joke, but this was real. The first time I got introduced to Dr. Lynn was 3 years ago. And they do it a different way. They stand behind you, and then you just move your shorts down to your knees or thighs.
Okay.
And they're behind you, and they reach from behind to test you for the hernia.
Okay.
And, her being female, I'm glad she was behind me because no telling what happened. But the first thing she grabbed was my sausage, and she held it for a second. And I looked behind her, And her eyes got real big. She goes, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that." I'm like, "That's okay, Dr. Lynn. I know you're uncomfortable doing this."
Just say, should I cough now?
No, she had that same look on her face, charisma and Juanita had. It sucks. But she's married to a Westerner. She's married to a biochemist.
Oh, okay.
That's why that during the COVID thing, because see, I got to see a doctor every year for annual DOT physical.
Ah.
They would always keep drawing blood out, but she wanted to see me every 6 months. For 2 years, I did that. And she goes, "Do you mind if I give some of this to my husband?" I said, "Yeah, he's a biochemist. Have him look at it." And he was the one that made it official. You're immune to coronavirus. I'm like, I'll be damned.
That is interesting.
Because there's no trace of it, and everybody's been in contact with it. Everybody.
Yeah.
And your immune system just destroys it. That's why if anybody has type A negative blood, which is what I have, I can give them a blood transfusion and they have the cure.
That's cool.
And when she said, I like it when she first looked at it, when she first tested me, she's looking at the paperwork and walks right in front of me and she goes, "This is impossible." I thought I was having a Lou Gehrig moment, that I had something they never saw before. She goes, You're immune. And I'm like, "Immune to what?" She goes, you haven't been in contact with it or you're immune to it. And then I want to see you in 6 months and test you again. And that's when she asked me, "Can I give some of this to my husband?" And I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead. You're the doc." That was when I made. That's when I made the joke. They took out 10 vials of blood on me, and the other nurses were walking by the door, and they leaned in, and I'm like, "Who wants a shot?" The reason why I said that is because a lot of the clubs, especially Stepchild, where I karaoke at in Springfield,
Yeah.
they serve the shots in the same type of test tubes.
Really?
Yeah, you want a shot of whiskey, it's in a test tube type thing.
Oh, yeah, the bars. That's always fun.
Yeah, that's why I asked them, "Who wants a shot?" Well, yeah, they love it when I'm around because they know they're going to be laughing.
Absolutely. That's some nice countryside there. It's very sparse, but how many hours of that do you see?
In an hour, I'll be in Needles. This is all desert out here.
I know.
That's why.
You ever see any tumbleweed kind of tumble in front of your vehicle across the road?
Oh yeah, you'll get that. But back in the day, the last time I was out here, I wouldn't have any internet signal. But the 5G thing, I don't know. They did something out here where I still got signal.
Yeah,
That's why I'm glad you're still talking to me.
5G, it wouldn't be 5G along the highway because it has to be repeaters of every 100 feet or something like that. So it's definitely 4G.
They did something out here because back in the day, I wouldn't have any signal.
There you go.
Until I got closer to Needles. And then when I got out of Needles, I wouldn't have signal again until I got into Henderson, which is just south of Vegas.
So you're going through Needles, California, or Needles, Nevada?
Needles, California.
Ah, cool.
And then there's Needles, and then there's a small town called Searchlight. I believe that's on the border of Nevada and California.
Cool. That's cool.
But I'm gonna stop off in Needles and do some math and see if I can do it, and have time to actually go out to the karaoke club. And if that happens, I may try to join in on somebody's live stream or make another one.
That's cool. There's karaoke clubs in Needles, California?
No, Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah. How many are there?
There's a bunch of karaoke clubs, but I go to specific ones that the Asians go to, frequent. And I do that on purpose because they love karaoke, and there's a big Asian community. They got a little Tokyo there in Las Vegas. LA's got a
Oh.
little Tokyo, along with Chinatown. They all got Chinatowns, but now they've been getting little Tokyos too.
Oh, cool.
And then when I go walking in little Tokyo, a lot of the Asians would be looking at me like, "Oh, the Godzilla." That's what I told Blessed Life. I said that picture you took with the statue of Captain America,
Mhm.
that would be me standing next to you or close.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
I don't know if you saw that photo.
I don't think so.
I can't. It had to have been her Facebook page that I saw it on.
That makes
She's
sense.
standing next to the statue of Captain America and wrapped her hands around his forearm.
Okay. That's cool.
But one thing, I accept it. I don't like it, but it's their culture. They have intermixed matches, male against female matches, wrestling matches.
Really?
And yes, and I will not watch. I was forced to watch a match where she was wrestling this dude, and come to find out, she told him to get really stern with him, and hit her and pile driver and all that.
Really?
I got pissed, and I was talking to my friend Steve. I'm like, Steve, I'm not going to sit here and watch this. He's really hitting her and everything, and I'm like, it's like watching a woman get raped. I can't do this. I'd have to
Yeah.
stop it. But then come to find out, she wanted him to do that, and I'm like, why? I think she was trying to prove a point, and it's like, I wouldn't mind my woman wrestling, but I'm not going to sit there and watch that if it's where
It's
he's
brutal.
hitting her for real. Yes, that's like
Yeah.
watching your woman get raped, and I'm not doing it.
Or when
That's
when people abuse animals, it's another thing I get upset seeing that as well.
But that's popular in Japan. Mixed matches, girls against guys.
Did not know that.
And yeah, and I'm
Not
like,
know that.
if I did that, I'd arrange it to where, no, I'm not hitting these girls. That ain't going to happen. That they look fragile to me as it is. I hit one of these girls, I can kill them.
Yeah, exactly.
And plus, I
You
don't
can do
hit
it hard
women
enough.
to begin with.
I see some because it's kind of like an unwritten rule, right? But I see people on the streets, are women get argumentative? Like some women fights against women are brutal, but also I see some women they'll slap a guy like bouncers,
Yeah.
and bouncers will hit them right back. Down they go
Well,
because they
not
think
every.
they think they can get away with it sometimes. So it's
Yeah,
but you have to be
yeah, but not all of
proper use
them
of force.
can.
Right?
Yeah, not all the bouncers. Those guys can handle getting hit like a Mack truck. See,
Yeah.
that's why I tell people you can't hit harder than my dad. I'm going to laugh at you.
But
That's
your
why,
dad can hit hard though,
Oh yeah, he could hit like a Mack truck.
so you don't want to. I bet you
Yeah.
kept you in line.
Oh yeah, my upbringing. Oh yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, like one of my ex-girlfriends from years ago, long before I even got married, she got really obsessive of me, and I had to go to work. They called me into work, and I had no choice. And we were supposed to go out. So the next night, I said, "Well, I'll take you out now." She comes up to me, and then she jumps on me. A lot of the smaller girls I dated, they love doing that. They love jumping up, and I catch them in my arms. And she kisses me, right? And then, we're done kissing, and I'm smiling, and all of a sudden, pow! She smacks me in the side of the cheek, enough to make my teeth rattle.
Wow.
She smacks me, and I'm like, "What was that for?" And she just kisses me again, and I'm like, "And this is weird."
As long as they don't knock out your teeth.
I mean, yeah, she hit me pretty good,
That
or smacked me really good.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, your dinner here.
Mm, that
But
would be very scary.
there are some females that take advantage of a guy like that, knowing that they will not strike a female,
Correct.
and they'll take advantage of that.
Correct.
That's why usually typically when a girl hits me, I'll walk away.
Yeah, that's the more thing to do. If you're, it's self
And
control, right?
yes,
Some people
this
just fly off the handle too easy.
yeah, this happened before at my mom's club. Okay, I vaguely knew these people because they came in, every now and then,
Sure.
and they were married. And when she gets a little tipsy, my mom will cut her off because by law, my mom has to do that. And
Yep.
I guess she had this thing for me, and I wasn't paying her attention because she's married.
Right.
She gets an attitude towards me, and her husband's playing pool, and he's just standing there letting her do all this crap. And she smacks me, right?
Yeah.
And my mom was way on the other side of the bar, and
Ooh.
she smacks me, and I think everybody was thinking I was going to hit her. Nope. I went up to her husband and punched his lights out.
Really?
That's why everybody made the joke. If your girlfriend hits me, you're the first person I'm going to hit.
Oh, okay.
No, I go and I'll punch the boyfriend's ass out. I've done that a couple of times in my life.
Wow.
That upset her, and he was out. And my mom made it over there and called my cousin Paul over, picked him up, and drug his ass out. My cousin Paul was a biker.
Ah.
Paul, you didn't mess with. And he goes, Sean, what did you do? I said, she hit me, so I went over to her boyfriend and knocked his ass out. It's the only thing that come to mind. I was mad.
Yeah, exactly. Now you can't do anything. You can't even touch someone on the shoulder anymore. That's assault. Nice to
Your
meet
girl-
you. That's assault.
Your girlfriend gets out of line with me and hits me. I'm going to go after you and hit you.
And I hit like a Mack truck.
That one dude, as soon as I hit him, he stiffened up, and the whole bar got quiet, and they were shocked to find out it was me. Yeah, I was 19 years old. I was in the best shape of my life then. 19 years old, about ready to go to college, play football. Oh yeah. When they heard, my mom said it sounded like somebody smacked a piece of meat when I hit him.
That's funny.
She was like, "You could have hit me, you motherfucker," and all this other stuff. And I'm like, "I don't hit women." So, in order to pursue this anger, I'm going to hit your man.
But some of them might not stop, right? Especially if they're inebriated.
Yes.
Claw kicking and stuff like that. You gotta get.
Well, they never. After that night, they never came back to the club again. Their friends did that they were hanging around with, but they didn't mess with me. Matter of fact, they tried to be friends with me.
That's him. That's him. It's
But
like
that's how I made my money. I clean up after them nasty ass people. They leave their beer bottles and cans and everything everywhere. And instead of letting them tear the place up, I'd be cleaning as they go.
Oh, okay.
Because if I didn't show up one night, there'd be beer bottles and cans every inch of the bar and every table.
Ah.
And it would take forever. So I did it as they went. And I'd clean up messes and whatever. That's how I made my money back then.
Cleaned up the blood. Cleaned up the blood.
Yeah. And
Found a tooth.
yeah, to this day, if I owned a bar, I would not serve beer in the bottle unless it was plastic. Yeah, like at the football games, they learned pretty quickly, and they sell it in the plastic shaped bottle. or the
Or
aluminum
they pour it
can
into
type
plastic
shape bottle.
cups. They pour it
Yeah,
into
you want
plastic cup here.
Yeah, pre 2005, they used to have those gooseneck glass bottles they serve beer in.
Yeah.
Those were one hell of a weapon, and you can kill somebody with that.
Yeah, not only that, at baseball games, they used to throw those bottles at the players. So for safety, they put the beer in the plastic cups.
Yeah, but
Which,
like you see on the
by the way, is a perfect way to catch a baseball. I've seen it happen.
yeah, but like in bar fights and movies, you see people getting bottled and the glass breaks. Oh
They
yeah,
break
it's just
it.
like you
Yeah.
see it in the movie, but it also knocks them out and splits them open big time where they need
Oof.
stitches because the glass breaks. It's like a razor.
Yes.
That's why my mom they was one of the pioneers to try to make those bottles come in either aluminum or a high sheen plastic, so they couldn't do that anymore because those were dangerous weapons at a bar.
Yes, correct.
That and that's why they
Correct.
started making the beer mugs. When if you got a draft, they started making the beer mugs out of plastic where you couldn't break them.
Ah. Ah. Interesting.
Yeah, I've seen many of people get bottled, and it's not a pretty sight.
No. No. I remember once there was in the city someone got attacked. There was a lot of blood on the pavement. The smell is not good. Don't like the smell of blood.
Hmm.
Nasty. Nasty.
But two things start a fight in a bar: a pool table and women. That's it.
Maybe the alcohol.
Well, that's the key. Yes, some people that get a little inebriated, they start showing their ass.
That's right.
That's
They're
why my mom said
invincible. Ah.
a couple years back. My mom says, "I wish they would have legalized weed way back in the day. I would have had that as a bar instead of alcohol
Mm.
because I wouldn't have to hire any bouncers. There wouldn't be any trouble."
They just chill. They just chill out.
There'd be little Debbie wrappers everywhere. You come in with a box of little Debbie's, they'll be like, "Get over here, you little putz," because they want some of them too.
Yeah. So true. So true. So true. Yeah, when you go to alcohol and hormones and whatever,
Hmm.
not good.
I think that's
But
why my mom gave me the job to do that. She wanted me to witness all this crap, and it did. It taught me a lot.
turned you away from drinking. Oh
Well,
my
that
God.
too. My mom knew I was going to try it when the bar was closed and I was cleaning. I would try, a shot of this, a shot of that, and my mom caught me and she goes, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Mom, how could Wesley drink this shit professionally, man? It tastes awful." She goes, "I could have told you that." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this stuff is awful."
Yeah, I don't know how it's interesting how taste buds, eh?
Yeah.
Some people just love the taste.
Vodka, it was like instant heartburn. I grabbed the Rolaids my mom got in her purse, and I took them all, and I'm like, "Oh." It was like instant heartburn when you took a shot of vodka. Oh my God.
Yeah, it burns. Burns. Let it burn.
But my kids have no desire.
That's
They
good.
think
Doesn't do
they
anything.
think it's stupid. Because I taught my kids that. I didn't disagree with my kids when they were right.
Yeah.
They learned a lesson that because they said, "Dad, why don't you quit smoking? It's stupid." And now back in the day, if I said that to my parents, they'd be like, "I do what I want. I'm an adult and I'm your parents," and I'd get smacked or get spanked.
Yeah.
I didn't do that with my kids. I said, "You're right."
Yeah, it's a hobby addiction or both.
Yeah. I said, yeah, you're right. I had quit once for 5 years and started smoking again when your mom left me. But it's stupid, Dad. I said, yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
You see the difference?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why my kids have no desire to ingest any of that crap.
Smart. Well, alcohol itself kills brain cells medically.
Yeah, and plus my kids have taste buds that if something they like and don't like, and I know if they try beer, they're gonna say the same thing. Oh God, this is gross.
Yeah, it's true. It is. Some beer though, it does taste good, but most of it not so much. The hops is so bitter, so it's hard to find a really good beer. They're out there,
Hmm.
but beer tastes best when it's first. When I went to the Amsterdam brewery in the Netherlands, when it was made fresh, what a difference! Tastes so good.
Uh,
But most
but
beer, not so much.
but I satisfied my curiosity though. It was like, ugh.
Let's try the next bottle. See if that tastes different. That's
Now,
funny.
I hate to. I don't want to insult Jerry Boy because he's Scottish, but I tried a shot of scotch and spit it out. Like, oh.
No! No!
If he was here, oh, you better withdraw that one, boy.
That was invented. That was invented in Scotland.
Hmm. I forgot what brand it was, but it was a high-priced scotch. It was top shelf. I can't remember the brand though.
Oh, okay. There you go. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, it all depends on where it's grown, the soil, the temperature, the keg itself, if it's mixed.
But when
It's
I was over
all
in the
science.
Philippines with Barry, coconuts with the drink in it, and sitting at the pool, and there
Mm.
was pina coladas and everything. Those were good, but woo! He put alcohol in those. I had a couple of swigs of that, and I was getting lit. I was like, it tastes good. Tastes like
See,
coconut and watermelon.
the alcohol just makes you drunk.
Yeah,
So it's not the flavor kind of thing, right? So
yeah. Those pina coladas he was drinking out of the coconuts, man. Those were actually really good.
yeah,
But
but you don't need the alcohol. That's the whole thing, right?
yeah. But Barry, he was like immune. I mean, he
Oh,
may
really?
get a little. Yeah, towards the end of the night, he may be a little tipsy,
Ah,
but he was still functional. But he had me
wow.
try on it. He goes, "Here, try this." I'm like, "Wow, this is really good." And I didn't know.
Wow.
He goes, "It's got alcohol in it, big time alcohol." And I'm like, "Really? I can't taste it."
That's where it gets dangerous. When you
Yeah,
get an alcoholic beverage, so you can't taste the alcohol, that gets dangerous because you can have one, another. That's dangerous.
yeah. I
If it's
had a
good for you,
couple
the
of
alcohol,
sips
make it a
on.
virgin.
I sucked through the straw a couple of times on his drink, and yeah, I was giggling. I was like, I was feeling really good. He goes, Sean, get out of the pool. Sit down over here. I'll never forget that. Because he knew I didn't drink. And he knew it only takes a little bit. And yeah, I'm lit. That one had massive tequila in it. And I just couldn't stop laughing. It was like a goofy laugh, you know.
The goofy laugh.
Yep. He knew I was different.
Let's just put him here over in the chair here. Wait it out. 'Cause
Then I
depends on
sobered up.
Yeah. Just
I
takes time,
sobered.
right?
Yeah.
Enough for
I
your
was,
liver to process it, right?
uh-huh. And it only took about like 30, 45 minutes. I was sitting there and I dried off. And then when Charisma and her cousin showed up in the bikinis, I jumped in the pool right away. I had to. As soon as they came in, you know, you know, it was either that or take a cold shower really quick. There was a couple of times I took the ice bucket and dumped it over me. That did it too.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny. That is really, really funny. That is really funny. Okay. Oh, you hit a bad spot. You hit a bad spot. Yeah. You're all jump, blah, blah, blah now. And he's gone. Let's check to see if anybody's in the chat. Comments. Shanky girl! Nice to see ya. Let's see if Sean makes it back. There he is. He's back.
Yeah, I think I made it. There we go. Well, that's the only time I lost signal. That amazes me.
Amazing, eh?
Yeah, because normally I wouldn't have signal the last time I came out here years ago.
There you go.
So I'm getting closer to need. Can you hear me, Darren?
I can hear you. Just a little mumbled.
Okay. The bird still here.
Wow.
I'm drawing with Murad's family.
Yes. Oh, he's gone again. He's gone again. He'll be back. Will he make it back? Let's see if he makes it back. Let's see if he makes it back, guys. Will he make it back? We don't know. Let's wait for him to come back here.
Hey, Darren, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah. I'm gonna end the live stream, and I'm gonna call you. Okay.
You got it.
Sorry, Shanty girl, but you can watch the replay. You'd see some beautiful Arizona and Southern California area, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay. I'll catch you next time, Shanty.
Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
Bye, guys.